Hi there, Aries. I'm EllaAradia, and welcome to your December 2025 Psychic Tarot reading. This reading is for my Aries fire signs, where we'll be exploring the overall energies and themes for the month ahead, as well as taking a deeper dive into how these might be playing out for you in your life. This is a general reading. It's going to resonate a little bit differently for all of you. What I do find though is there's always a shared theme that runs through the collective of all of you Aries signs. So take what feels aligned to you and just leave the rest. And before we jump in, a big thank you to all of you who are supporting my channel by liking and subscribing. So if you enjoy this reading and you haven't already done that, please do. It helps the channel out a lot. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe, and then you can get notified when the next videos are up. So Aries, let's jump in. I always like to tune into the energies first, Aries, before I start pulling cards. Just like to see what comes through. I feel like you're right on the edge of some kind of really major new beginning. I feel like there's a new opportunity that's come in. It could be a creative opportunity, a job offer. For some of you, it's new love, because I do see somebody in your energy field and it feels like a more recent connection. But whatever this is, it feels very, very significant to me. You know, in terms of love, this feels like a soulmate energy to me. And in terms of career, whatever this new opportunity is, it's something that is going to move you closer to your life purpose. And that's why it feels significant to me. But a little bit of fear there around letting go of what feels familiar, what feels safe, secure somehow, you know, whether that's externally or internally inside of yourself. With your overall energies, we have the Page of Wands, keeping an open heart, following your heart, following those, you know, creative energies. This is all about just being open to new beginnings, because this is what the universe is bringing in for you, some kind of new chapter, a new beginning for you. What lies in your recent past, we have the Six of Pentacles. Your current energies, the Nine of Cups. Your feelings towards your situation, the Ten of Cups. When I feel into these cards here, the Six of Pentacles, this is whatever has come to a close in your past. This is the energies of giving and receiving, and it very often comes up, you know, when one person is putting more in than the other person in terms of relationships, but also with career. You know, this may be a job in your recent past that you have, you know, really put a lot into, you've invested a lot, but it's just not bringing you back what you need, what you really want. And with the Nine of Cups here, like particularly in love, I do feel a little bit of a guarded energy from you here, Aries, because the Nine of Cups, you know, in a love reading, it's really somebody saying, I'm okay, I don't really need anybody, I'm okay on my own, which of course is a great space to get into, you know, to feel complete on your own. But it's a delicate balance between being open and closed. So the figure on the card there, the arms are folded, the legs are crossed. And, you know, this represents these kind of open and closed energies, you know, so there is a little bit of a guarded energy that I pick up from this card, even though, you know, you do see the potential in this. Because, you know, when I feel into, you know, for those of you that this relates to love, when I feel into a person's energy, like I said, I do feel this is a soulmate connection. And this does feel to me like someone who is ready for commitment, to the words I'm seeing. They are ready to invest in you in the way that you deserve, to reciprocate, which is something that I feel has very much been missing, you know, from your past connections. I feel like it was very often you that was, you know, putting all the energy in, putting all the work in, and just not really getting that back. But there's a little bit of a fear here around trusting. You know, this 10 of Cups, this is the card of, you know, wishes fulfilled, emotional fulfillment, the happily ever after. And of course, you know, this 9 of Cups, it leads to the 10 of Cups. And the caution really with the 9 of Cups is just making sure that, you know, you're not too closed off, that you might miss out, you know, on an opportunity that can really bring you that happiness and that emotional contentment and what you really want in life. So what lies in your challenge, we have the 3 of Swords. This, I feel, relates to your past here, Aries. You know, there may have been somebody that broke your heart. You know, it's a card that represents emotional pain, sadness, separation. Your hidden influence is death. And this is why I feel like, you know, with the death being in the hidden influence, it's almost like the universe has brought in some kind of change, but one that really is necessary, because death is all about growth. It's all about transformation. And there is more for you. You're meant for more, is what I just keep hearing. And I do feel the universe has maybe come in and played a hand at perhaps something completing, something drawing to a close. And, you know, it may have been emotionally quite challenging for you, but at the same time, you know, there was something that didn't truly feel healthy anymore. And I do feel like the universe has come in and brought in some kind of opportunity for a new beginning here. But it also involves, you know, letting go to make way for something new. Whether that's a person, a job, a situation, or letting go of perhaps even old versions of yourself, letting go of fears or insecurities that might be keeping you a little bit guarded with this 9 of Cups. And of course, you know, it's always about moving forwards with discernment. You know, trust has to be earned. But at the same time, make sure you're not completely closing yourself off, is what I keep feeling here. With your advice from the universe, the 6 of Cups, I feel like this is a message to make peace with your past. Because the 6 of Cups is about nostalgia, revisiting the past, going back over old times, you know, happy memories, times when we felt loved. And it might be about revisiting the past to do a little bit of healing here, to heal, you know, whatever the heartbreak is of this 3 of Swords card here. And, you know, ultimately to do that, we have to also perhaps have a little bit more trust in, you know, what has unfolded, a little bit more trust in, you know, where our soul is guiding us moving forwards. Sometimes this can represent inner child healing. You know, sometimes there are, you know, things from our childhood that we still need to work through and resolve. You know, that might make it difficult to open up to love, to move into purpose and be seen, to be seen for who we truly are. And that's what, you know, death is all about. It's about, you know, having the courage to, you know, really let go of those beliefs, those limiting beliefs, thoughts, versions of ourselves, which, you know, at this point may actually be holding you back from having this happiness. Because when I feel into your person's energies, I feel like there is some kind of offer. It's not going to resonate for all of you, but I see this person moving away. And it may be that they have to, you know, relocate for business. Or it may be that some of you met this person and they weren't from, you know, where you are right now. And, you know, they're going back to, you know, where they usually are for work or business. And there may be an opportunity to go with them. And that's not for everybody, but for someone, I just keep getting that. You know, there's an invitation here for, you know, some kind of major new beginning. And very often soulmate energies can really shake our foundations. And, you know, it may be to, you know, really feel into your heart on this one, Aries. And in your outcome, we have the Ten of Wands. So the ending of a difficult time. Also a message here around letting go of obligations or carrying, you know, burdens, responsibilities, which, you know, may not be yours anymore. And what lies beyond that is the world. This is a card of graduation. It's a card of an upgrade. It's endings, it's beginnings. And it's a card of growth because it's about taking with you the wisdom from the past, you know, the lessons, the wisdom that we learn from, you know, the lessons in our experiences, and taking that wisdom moving forwards, you know, moving into a more whole and complete space in yourself, in your life. And I feel it's about trusting, you know, this chapter that is closing for you. And trusting a little bit more in the Ten of Cups, the potential that you're seeing here. So Aries, I'm going to leave it there. If this reading resonated, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And as always, no matter what comes through in a reading, moving forwards, always trust what feels right for you. So thanks so much for being here, Aries, and I wish you a great month ahead.